Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 4 grams magic mushrooms. When my cat became the supreme overlord of the living room. So I decided to dive headfirst into a 4-gram magic mushroom trip one lazy Saturday afternoon, thinking it would be just another chill psychedelic adventure. What I didn't expect was for my living room to transform into the epic battlefield of a cosmic feline takeover. It started innocently enough. I had eaten the mushrooms, sat down on the couch, and sipped some herbal tea. The room slowly began to breathe and stretch, walls folding like origami, while colors started swirling in impossibly vibrant waves. That's when I noticed Whiskers, my usually lazy tabby cat, acting different. His eyes glowed with an otherworldly intensity, and he strutted across the floor like he owned not just the apartment, but the entire universe. Suddenly, Whiskers leapt up onto the coffee table, but instead of landing normally, he hovered like some kind of furry space emperor, bathed in a halo of shimmering light. The ceiling morphed into a massive throne room made of yarn balls and dangling catnip chandeliers. My couch transformed into a royal throne, and somehow I was dressed in a patchwork robe made from old t-shirts and a crown that looked suspiciously like a colander. Whiskers gave a low, commanding purr and proclaimed, "I am Supreme Overlord Whiskarian, ruler of the living room dimension, and you shall henceforth be my humble servant." The absurdity hit me, and I burst out laughing, but the room took it seriously. Suddenly, tiny mouse-shaped knights appeared, scurrying around in shiny armor, pledging allegiance to Whiskarian. I was ordered to fetch the legendary golden feather, a feather from the mysterious ceiling fan, which was apparently the source of Whiskarian's cosmic power. So, on all fours, like a loyal subject, I crawled beneath the fan, reaching up like it was the Holy Grail itself. The fan spun lazily above me, each blade shimmering like a disco ball. And as I touched the golden feather, my vision exploded into a kaleidoscope of sparkling light. Then came the trial. Whiskarian demanded I prove my loyalty by defeating the great vacuum monster, a terrifying beast that roamed the room with a roar that shook the wall. The vacuum, a noisy contraption I usually ignored, suddenly looked enormous and menacing, its hose writhing like a mechanical serpent. Whiskarian leapt from his throne, transformed into a towering lion-cat hybrid with gleaming claws, and charged at the vacuum. I joined in the battle wielding a broomstick as my mighty sword, swatting at the vacuum's hose like a knight in a very strange medieval tale. Mid-fight, the vacuum made a loud noise, and for a moment I genuinely thought I was going to lose. But then, with a heroic leap, Whiskarian pounced on the vacuum's power button and switched it off. The room fell silent, and my cat resumed his usual form, curling up on my lap like nothing had happened. The walls returned to normal, the colors settled, and I was left giggling like a madman, holding the broomstick as a trophy. As the trip mellowed, I realized that the whole experience was a weird, wonderful journey through the perspective of my cat, supreme overlord of the living room, commanding his minions and battling evil monsters, aka household appliances. It was bizarre, hilarious, and strangely profound to see such an ordinary place transform into a kingdom ruled by Whiskers, who now regarded me with a regal but lazy blink. When the trip ended, I was left with a deep appreciation for my feline friend in the wild, unpredictable magic hidden in everyday life. Also, I decided maybe I'd invest in a quieter vacuum.